trials and tribulation of Adams Oshiomhole is mounting higher and higher. The banners displaying the pictures of the embattled chairman of the All Progressive Congress has just been removed. It has been removed. A lot of people were thinking that Adams Oshiomhole will be forgiven, or he will discuss with his party probably when they have the NEC meeting with Buhari and all other stakeholders of APC in attendance. Probably they will be able to discuss about this and find a way, a resolution, since this is internal, this is APC headache. But unfortunately, this is not the case, as the dice has been cast against 2023, as a lot of people have said. They realized that during the primaries, Adams Oshiomhole, he has the opportunity and the authority and there is a way he can go around it by giving a certain person the primary, giving the person the presidential ticket for the party. And since the North wants to keep the party to themselves, they want to keep the presidency to themselves, they found a way to rig out Adams Oshiomhole. And the problem here is this: Adams Oshiomhole talks too much, talks anyhow. Countless times, Adams Oshiomhole have shown arrogance in several, whenever he goes for the campaign and whenever he's opportune to speak, he has acted like there is no other thing that exists apart from him. And unfortunately, this has also led to his downfall. It's a shame Adams Oshiomole's picture has been taken away from the banner in front of the party secretariat in Abuja. The billboard with the picture of President Muhammadu Buhari and Oshiomhole at the entrance of the party secretariat have also been replaced. It was replaced with a billboard displaying the picture of only Buhari. And from the look of things, the secretary to the party is the man that will actually take over until they decide on whatever they want to do. Maybe it will continue like that in the end of Buhari's tenure, and eventually it will be able to give the ticket to whoever they want to give it to. Now there is a clamor that 2023 should go to the South. We don't know if it's going to be a Southeastern man or a Southwestern man. But what I think from political analysts is that the vice president would definitely be an Hausa man, possibly the man from Kaduna State, and that is El-Rufai. Probably Tinubu might end up getting this ticket. Who knows? We don't know what these guys are on about. But then it's going to be a fight. 2023 is going to be a fight, as a lot of parties are going to come up. A lot of things are going to happen. But woe betides anybody that is going to make himself a tool of these politicians 2023 to fight and shed your blood when their own children live abroad. Meanwhile, Buhari has given the go-ahead for the National Executive Committee NEC meeting of the APC slated for Tuesday. Presidency sources told Daily Trust yesterday. One of the sources said the meeting was called with the explicit support of President Muhammadu Buhari, and of course, he's going to attend the meeting. In their words, they said the NEC has its authorization, so the question of whether he will attend is pathological. This is huge. This is just as the camp of the suspended national chairman of the party, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, is considering court action to halt the emergency NEC meeting. How is this possible? Which court? When it is already clear, the crystal ball has already shown that all of the Hausas and some people in the north, in fact, they said they need a certain number of governors. I think about 20 or 21 governors that has to be in support of him. And if he has majority number, then, but unfortunately, a lot of them have turned their backs against Adams Oshiomhole, as they do not want him. Not even the Hausas alone. Some of the Yorubas do not like his pattern. And since there is this internal tussle, they don't know what's going to happen next. Everyone is beginning to shake and beginning to adjust themselves. Now, the notice of the NEC meeting, which was issued by the National Secretary of the party, Chief Victor Giadom, has created a crack in the National Working Committee, NWC, with the camp loyal to Oshiomhole against it, while Giadom Group is pushing for it. Members of the NWC who are against the NEC meeting include Babatunde Ogala, Esquire, legal advisor, Malam Lare Unilu, publicity secretary, Architect Waziri Bulama, newly appointed secretary, yet to be inaugurated. So, the problem with Adams Oshiomhole is that it should never, they say charity begins at home. You need to make sure you protect yourself from the back. He never should have had issues with Obaseki of Edo State. These are the problems that he brought on himself. If you want to be a godfather, you have to have something as a father for the person that you want to be a father for to come to. You don't want to be a godfather and be a tyrant at the same time. Yes, we know he paved the way for him. He expected some form of, accolades and some form of respect and some form of, all of that. We understand all of this. But when it gets to a certain point and you begin to be too much, then you need to know that there's going to be problem. So some people are out there saying that his problems, of course, that's the truth. His problem started from Edo State, from his own ward, from his own place. They shot him an arrow from there. And ever since then, he has been tumbling down till now. He would never have thought that the problem from Edo State, from Obaseki, would have affected him. He thought being the national chairman is everything. He wanted to push Obaseki from the second term. And this is the problem that he started facing. So from his own word, they kicked him out, they took him to court, and this is where he is. The problem is that Adams Oshiomhole should have known that they were going to take him to court, and he should have taken the necessary steps to correct whatever is on ground, or even face them in court before them. But unfortunately, he felt, I am the national chairman. I have the ear of Buhari. I speak to him many times. Tinubu, the owner of the party, is my man. So what the hell? These are the issues. He took certain things for granted. The party has been without a national chairman since Wednesday, when an Abuja High Court suspended Oshiomhole. Another court order secured from a federal high court sitting in Kano by Oshiomhole has not changed the situation. He claimed that the court in FCT does not have jurisdiction over this. And all of a sudden, I don't understand the judicial system in Nigeria. How can court of same power, of same reach, of same authority give separate ruling on one issue? Anyway, the ruling in the FCT, the Abuja court, is interlocutory. Simply put, it's just a temporary ruling. And he has to take this to the Supreme Court. And there is no time. There is no time for him to take this case to the court as they are ready for him. I've always seen that Oshiomhole is going to fall. A member of the party, NEC, who spoke to an online correspondent on anonymity, said members of the camp of the suspended national chairman are allowed to stop the emergency meeting. They are shopping for an interlocutory injunction to stop the NEC. They don't want the meeting to be held because they fear that Oshiomhole will be removed at the meeting. Contacted one of the aides of Oshiomhole. He told the online correspondent, of course, they want to keep that, they always want to be on anonymity. One of them said, we are working on something, but don't quote me. A chieftain of the party in Edo State, loyal to Oshiomhole, Henry Idihagbon, said the planned NEC meeting was illegal. Meanwhile, at the party secretariat in Abuja yesterday, distribution of identity tags for the NEC meeting has commenced. Therefore, simply put, some group of people that are loyal to Oshiomhole may not have opportunities to come in, as they are sharing a new tag to come into the meeting. The tags and invitations were distributed by the chief security officer of the party. Now, meanwhile, all the party at the party secretariat in Abuja, a lot of activities are ongoing. Sources said also that those tags would be allowed, those with tags would be allowed into the venue of the meeting, which is expected to be attended by Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, the President of Nigeria, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, the pastor, Senate President Ahmad Lawan, and Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, among other members of the NEC. I don't know if Tinubu will be there, definitely. It was gathered that tags for Oshiomhole and members of the NWC in his camp were not produced. Efforts to speak to National Publicity Secretary Malam Larry Issa Onilu on the matter yielded no result, as he did not pick his calls. For his part, the National Vice Chairman South-South, Iliad Etta, said he will not attend the meeting. This is the beginning of the end. They say the evil of men lives after them. They say this is how evil men go down. They say he who builds in order to destroy will always have destruction at his doorpost. They say this is the portion of Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole has simply fallen from grace. There is no power that is out there to save him any longer. He shouldn't have fought his godson. And doing so, he has sold himself to the Hausa Fulani. If you understood what politics is all about, you should have known that whenever they started ringing the bell of we are taking you to court, you should have just reacted, in a different way. That's politics. You should have just called him in, like, look, you are my boy. Of course, I know they had several meetings, but you should have said, look, this thing that you did isn't good, but if you have done this, this is not right. But since you have done it, I know you are the governor, you are this and that, but let's run the show. And they will have a dinner and settle their differences, and this wave will pass. But it seems Oshiomhole wasn't thinking of this. What a pity. Nemesis, they said, has caught up with Adams Oshiomhole. And from the look of this, it seems a lot of people do not like Adams Oshiomhole. Are you part of them? Drop your comment at the section below. What is your opinion about him? And while that, if you're not a member of this channel, we can definitely grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.